Today we're doing Module 4, Day 3. The objective is concepts of area measurement. The materials needed for today are your online whiteboard or your whiteboard dry erase marker and dry eraser. And the teaching style we're going to follow is where I do it, we do it together, and you do it on your own. First up, you can see we have a rectangle here, and it does have the square units drawn on it, just like what we did on Tuesday. But this time we're going to multiply to find the area of the rectangle instead of just counting the square tiles. So if you look, we just have to figure out what the side lengths are, okay? So we have to pick two different sides. First, we're going to look at this side. There's 1, 2, 3. So we're going to label that with a 3. And then I'm going to look at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have the two side lengths. We have how tall the shape is and how long the shape is, okay? And if you notice, this kind of looks like an array when we were doing arrays for multiplication, where these are our rows. There's 3 rows, and there's 6 columns going up and down, okay? So that's why we can multiply to find the area. We have 3 and 6, which is just like 3 rows of 6, or 3 groups of 6. So we can multiply 3 times 6 to figure out how many square units this rectangle is big. So what we can do is we can count by 3s or we can count by 6s. I'm going to count by 6s 3 times. 6, 12, 18. So 3 times 6 is 18, which means the area of this rectangle is 18 square units. Okay, let's go ahead and have you try one with me. Now we have another rectangle here, and we need to multiply to find the area of the rectangle. So first, I want you to count how many units tall it is, or how many rows it is, and then how many columns there are, or how many units long it is. I'm going to give you just a moment to draw that rectangle on your whiteboard and label the side lengths. So draw the rectangle and then label the side lengths. Okay, so you should have counted this side as being 2 units long. And the top, or the length, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means that the multiplication sentence we're going to use to find the area of this rectangle is 2 times 10, or 2 groups of 10. Go ahead and solve 2 times 10 and message me that area in GoGuardian. So message me the answer to 2 times 10 and go Guardian. So to find 2 times 10, you could count by 10 2 times or 2 10 times. I'm going to count by 10 twice. 10, 20. So you should have messaged me that the area was 20, and bonus points if you labeled it as square units. And the reason it's square units is because the unit we're measuring in are these squares. Okay? So if we were to count all of these squares in this rectangle, there would be 20 of them. Go ahead and erase your whiteboards, and we're going to try one more example together. Okay, so here's another rectangle. I want you to draw this rectangle on your whiteboard. I want you to label both the sides. I'll give you about a minute to do that. Okay, so for this rectangle, on this side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to label that with a 4. And on the top, there's 1, 2. So that's like having 4 rows of 2. So our multiplication equation that we're solving is 4 times 2, or 4 rows of 2. Go ahead and message me that answer and go Guardian. Okay, so I'm going to count by 2s 4 times. 2, 4, 6, 8. So you should have messaged me that the area of this rectangle is 8 square units. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what you'll be working on alone today. IXL skill DD10, which is multiply to find the area of a rectangle made of unit squares. Okay, so you'll see that we have a rectangle that's actually just like the one that we did. Okay, it gives you the multiplication expression. So it gives you 2 options. It wants you to click one of them. Is this 4 rows of 2 or is this 4 rows of 3? So you would click on this one that's 4 rows of 2. And then you have to solve what is the area of the rectangle. Well, we already counted 2, 4, 6, 8. So you would type an 8 there, because if you remember, we did 4 rows of 2. So 4 times 2 to solve that. Okay, go ahead and begin.